On April 18th, 2026, a man sat before a webcam in a quiet room in Colorado. He looked tired. Behind him, the familiar shelves of books and New Age relics. This was David Wilcock, the voice of the disclosure movement, the man who claimed to be the reincarnation of Edgar Cayce in the face of ancient aliens. For 3.5 hours, he spoke to his divine cosmos family. He spoke of freedom, of light, and of a solar flash that would change everything. But he also spoke of something darker. He told his audience, people are disappearing. 48 hours later, at 10:44 a.m., a 911 call was placed from his home. By 11:05 a.m., the voice that had reached millions went silent forever. A single gunshot, no note, just a house full of secrets and a community left in flames. Was this the tragic end of a man crushed by the weight of his own shadow? Or was David Wilcock the final target in a war we can't even see? To understand why his death has triggered a global conspiracy, you have to understand who David Wilcock was. He didn't just study UFOs, he claimed to be part of the cosmic story. In the late 90s, David shocked the world by claiming to be the literal reincarnation of the sleeping prophet, Edgar Cayce. The resemblance was uncanny, but David's ambitions were even larger. He became the bridge between fringe science and mainstream entertainment. He was the golden boy of Gaia TV, the star of Ancient Aliens, and the author of New York Times bestsellers. He told us about the secret space program, about blue avians from the sixth density, and about an imminent ascension that would liberate the human soul. For 30 years, David wasn't just a YouTuber. He was a digital messiah for those who believed the government was hiding the truth about our place in the stars. But as 2026 began, the divine cosmos started to crack. The community noticed a pattern. In January, the legendary Erich von Däniken passed away. In early April, Nick Pope, the UK's former UFO investigator, died after a rapid battle with cancer. Then came the list. 11 scientists, all specializing in nuclear physics or advanced aerospace, gone in less than 4 months. Some in plane crashes, like engineer James Moffat, others in accidents that didn't add up. On his final stream, David seemed to know he was next. He mentioned very intense stuff happening that weekend. He mentioned the harassment, the cyberstalking, and the crushing debt. Online, the theories are rampant. Was David silenced because he was about to drop the ultimate disclosure? Did he have proof of the solar flash that certain powers wanted to keep hidden? Or was he simply the victim of a heart attack gun or psychological warfare designed to push him over the edge? The Boulder County Sheriff's Office paints a different, more human picture. They released a timeline of that Monday morning. David called 911 himself. He told the dispatcher, "I need to leave, and I will be to the left of the house." When deputies arrived, they found David outside, holding a weapon. Minutes later, it was over. His family later issued a statement speaking of his long battle with depression and the overwhelming financial burden of maintaining his platform. They called it a quest for clarity that ended in a dark place. But the community asks, if David was suicidal, why did he call the police to watch him do it? Why did his longtime collaborator Corey Good claim David was being hunted by dark actors in the days leading up to the event? In the world of high-level conspiracy, the official narrative is often seen as the first lie. What many don't realize is that in 2023, David Wilcock moved beyond YouTube. He was named the Director of Advanced Technology for Stavatti Aerospace. He wasn't just talking about aliens anymore. He was involved in the development of next-generation flight systems. Could his death be linked to the Alliance, a group he claimed was working within the military to overthrow the cabal? Those close to him say he had become increasingly paranoid, believing that his every move was being tracked by satellites. Was his paranoia a symptom of a mental break, or was it a logical reaction to a man who knew too much about the technology of the future? As we look back at the life of David Wilcock, we are left with a man of dualities. A prophet to some, a cautionary tale to others. He spent his life looking for the light, only to be consumed by the shadows of the world he tried to expose. Whether David has truly ascended to the next density, or if his journey was cut short by a shadowy hand, his legacy is cemented. He forced us to look at the sky and wonder. He made the impossible feel like a headline. In his own words from that final broadcast, "The Creator is within, and we live in a loving universe." Perhaps, in the end, David found the peace that the divine cosmos couldn't give him here on Earth. The transmission has ended, but for the millions he inspired, the disclosure has just begun.